First blind try on against this guy. I do know that he has some kind of mechanic that you have to actually do. That might insta-kill me if we don't know. But, you know, whatever. I think the DPS should be fine. Arbiter of Ash, huh? Okay. Alright, what up, man? Hello? Hello? And I assume he's gonna get rid of these corpses, right?
Your existence. Embrace
So far, he's mechanically very easy, and we're overgeared, it looks like. And here's the mechanic that I don't know. Okay.
burning vengeance.
First try. I guess there was no mechanic. That's just phase 2. Nope. Okay, the totem's up.
I am the doom at the door. You will fail. I need mana. Purify.
We are over-leveled and over-prepared. Unless he has phase 2.
Purify.
He does have phase 2. What do we do here? You just killed him twice? Is that it? Okay, the light stuff. Literally like PoE1. Okay. Could curse them. Okay, he's dead. Not too bad. Just like PoE 1, honestly. Scared of frogs, scared of frogs. Give me the belt, give me the belt. That's not a belt. Hey everybody, one last final update, I promise this time, about the build. So as you saw, there's that contagion tech that we showed in the map. I'll show the links once again. The links are Expanse, Magnified Effect, Persistence, and Arcane Tempo. The first three are the only things that matter. This is just quality of life for cast speed. This does help with the clear a little bit, and in particular it's really good against Ritual and Breach for extra clear there. And then other than that, nothing has changed too much. The main change as far as links go is we were able to add heft into the build, which is 30% more maximum physical damage. You can only use this if your staff is almost all physical damage. If your staff is like split or anything like that, you can't use it. But if you're like 95 or something like this, probably this one's closer to 90, like 97% physical damage, well, you can use heft. It gives you 30% more maximum physical damage, which is really good for poison because we can high roll, and we are looking for only 3 high rolls because we are poison once again. So that's really strong. We are replacing long shot or close combat with that link. It just felt more consistent. Because sometimes, even with close combat, some pinnacle bosses, when you actually need that damage, well, you sometimes have to run away just because of mechanics. So other than that, not too much changes. The main change that I swapped, that I think will be in the final version of the guide, I would recommend is Aziri's Disdain helmet. So somebody in my chat, shout out to, what's his name, HB number 2, he recommended this helmet and it was asking if he could use this for the build. It's actually really strong. If you play Path of Exile 1, it's like the Inquisitor Corrupted Soul node. You can see it gives 36% of life as extra ES, and then it allows 24% of the damage to go to life instead of ES. Well, we use Grim Favor a lot of the time, right? So let's just say we have 5,000 ES with 2,500 overheal, right? Well, ES is the only thing that takes damage. Your life is just sitting there. It's not really do anything. You can't really take advantage of the life really until the ES disappears, right? Well, this makes it so that 24%, a quarter of the damage, goes through to life. So if you get hit for 1,000, the ES will take 75 and your life will take 250. But you can recover life now through the life flask, on-kill effects, regen, etc. There's a bunch of effects that can heal life. So we can dual recover life, and if ES is hurt, we can recover ES through ES recharge. So that does make us quite a bit more tanky. It does make life a lot more valuable for the gear. So once we swapped the helmet, I swapped out the chest. We went for a pure evasion chest. Should be much cheaper compared to evasion ES gear. This evasion ES gear is quite expensive because invokers really want as much as that as possible. So you're competing against invokers. There's less competition for gear with just a big evasion chest. So right here, just health, evasion, and life. That's all you're looking for. As far as the boots, they're more of a side grade. I tried to swap out to pure evasion. It's like I said, it's a side grade, honestly. It's not that much better than my old hybrid gear. This one has a little bit better reses, but overall, not too much difference. Just get 30% movement speed, evasion, ES, or pure evasion, whatever you can find. I had to swap out the ring and the amulet. This is just for resistance capping. Nothing really changed. They're just like a little bit different because of capping, and they both have life now. So my life total is much more higher. And other than that, the gearing is about the same. I did pump in about 20. So this build overall, including the 6th link and everything else, is probably around 20 divines. So not the most expensive build, and I think it's still pretty good for being a pinnacle viable, but we did pump in a little bit more just to see how much the build would improve and feel in the end game with more investment. And that's basically it as far as the gear. I'll quickly go over the changes in the tree due to our new gear, and I think I leveled up once or twice between the last video. So the main changes are, we are going through here for the freeze buildup. We are going over here, grabbing the mana nodes. This is for clear. For single target, I dropped this and grabbed the damage here instead, because in single target, I don't have to attack that often, so the mana we can sustain and manage it a bit better. But for clear, this felt a little bit better to just have at least one node of mana reduction, so that feels very nice. We went up here to grab this ES node, so what did we drop? We dropped this ES node, because the helmet that we are now using does not have a lot of ES compared to my previous one. This is not very valuable compared to before, so we dropped that. We also went pathing through here like this instead of going through here, because realistically at this point we only care about single target damage to get more single target. So these nodes aren't very good if you look at them. It's 8% damage per node. That's very low, and 15% for the chill, because we can always guarantee that on the enemy. You can't guarantee the freeze against bosses usually, the Pinnacles in particular, so I never froze a Pinnacle boss. So yeah, you can see that. We instead went down here, 4 points. Looks a little weird, but this node actually gives more damage than like 5 of these nodes. So the jewels are OP in the end game. Even though this one's not divine very well, it's still more damage than this. So do take that into note. And otherwise, the tree is still the same. Everything else didn't change. Just some minor tweaks here and there. What did we get from more investment into the build? We got 5% more evasion. We got a lot more health. We are sitting at about 6k EHP without anything. Just like EHP. You saw me tank a couple of moves from the Pinnacles bosses in the video. So we put a bit more money into the build. It's okay still. Build doesn't scale that well with money, but relatively speaking, it's not the most expensive build. 20 exalts or 20 divines in this case, or give or take, I would say the build currently is. And this will be the final update. I doubt we're gonna we might mess around with 1 or 2 things, but I doubt we're gonna change or update anything else at this point. But I do think this setup's a little bit better. What's the main difference? This is 1 divine. This is your endgame helmet. You will never upgrade from this, which is very cheap compared to previously. And as far as gearing goes, this should be much cheaper than the Evasion ES gear, because the Invokers are all buying out that stuff. Very expensive. And this one you can use whatever hybrid. So I would recommend this setup over the previous setup, just because it's cheaper and quite strong too, I would say. I doubt he would get a new skill. I'm going to try to circle strafe the... Well, go Totem. You see that Totem? He ate that shit. Feels good, man. Okay, that one can't dodge, for sure. Okay, that was sloppy. If he was in the middle, I think we can... I'm gonna just try strafe that move. Yeah, I mean, what can we do here? Okay, this is really rippy. As we learned, it can freeze you very easily. I keep them in the middle arena. Okay. Smooth. Alright, half HP. The attrition counter doesn't even show up. Huh? Ow. I didn't see that at all, I'll be honest. I did not see that hand move at all that we got hit by. But we're tanking enough that we can okay. Run from this. So yeah, we can air strafe or just strafe that move. Just very nice. Oh no.